All right, guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Batman Detective Comics issue 1012 from DC Comics by, I believe it's Peter Tomasi. Not sure, Doug Monk. I believe that's how you say it. I bought this purely for the art of Doug Monk and Mr. Freeze. I like Mr. Freeze. He's a tragic character, although there's a lot of different iterations, pre-crisis, after the crisis, New 52, everything that comes after it. And also with Nora Freeze, because that's the story. The story is about his wife, Nora Freeze, who was befallen, how do you say, she went ill after they got, I believe, married. There's, like I said, there's a lot of Nora Freeze stories, but when you think of Mr. Freeze, you see him in some kind of a suit that keeps him cold. That's changed in here. So I believe they want to push the Nora Freeze character in a different direction. And since I have all these issues, I believe there's 7 in total, the storyline. The covers also, shows what's going to happen to her. Not sure if I like it, but, it could be good. But on the other hand, having Nora Freeze constantly stuck in the cryopod because, Victor Freeze wants to cure her. I mean, that story is overplayed, overdone. Love the blue color, by the way. It's really good. So they want to push this character into another direction, but we're going to see if it's actually going to be good or not. Anyway, so we have the Batman here on Gotham Dockyard. Who was once, this is the Dolphin, who was a big yard. And, he's just, I'm not sure what he's doing here, but, watching the snow, and he thinks about Catwoman, Selena. So I don't have all these books, these modern iteration of Batman. I believe there are some couple of good ones, but, I don't buy the new ones anymore because, reasons. I ordered a very, very, very new one, by the way, because I'm more curious. I believe they're going back to the old gray blue suit, which is a little bit similar with this one. Again, this bluish shine here looks great. Anyway, Victor Freeze is contemplating about his wife Nora. Think about her. And spoiler, this is about her getting resurrected because that's what he wanted to do. And you can say, hey, why is he not in the suit? Well, first of all, it's cold, right? So he needs cold to survive. And we have a silly mini story with Snickers with Selena. And it seems that, nanotechnology is now bonded to his skin. Therefore, he doesn't need to have the suit anymore. I don't dislike that or I'm against that because the suit, which keeps him cold, was also his weakness, right? I mean, Batman can, crack or other people, but let's say Batman can crack the helmet and the cold escapes and then, he's in trouble, right? Because the suit is damaged. So again, they give him some more freedom. Anyway, so a team of goons reported back to him, and they are kidnapping blonde girls or women that suspiciously look like Nora. And they're doing that a lot. Also here, this is the particular part that he, that the husband is away, and he said, did he take the children with him? And they says yes. He says, then proceed. So does that mean that he has a little bit sympathy for, children? Because if the children were there and she's being kidnapped, the children would be left alone, could possibly harm them, uncared for. Therefore, he does, don't want to kidnap women with children, I guess, or could. Maybe it gives other problems as well. Anyway, but then something goes wrong because he says, I need the woman undamaged. So this guy missed, shoots again, but she hurts her head and her scalp is split open. Free set unharmed. We can bring her back. Let's get the hell out of here. All right, so they do that. Now, this looks great. A lot of women, but also dead bodies. I said, wait a minute. I mean, he can be ruthless, but he's never, a willing murderer. Well, I mean, he killed people in the past, I guess, so he is a murderer. Anyway, so it seems that he got a cure from Lex Luthor, and he experimented on, I don't know, animals, but then on recently departed, murderers, victims, suicide, drug overdoses, because the cure has a flaw. It has some, I don't know, weird aberrations in it, and he needs to, delete that aberrations before he can administer the serum to his wife. And now he says, well, we need to go as close to the serum as possible. Therefore, his idea is, hey, let's do, test it on women that looks like her. And if it's success, well, the serum, I mean, then he's going to test it on Nora, right? And therefore, we have all these bodies with them. Yeah, here, right, and here as well. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so what am I trying to say? Okay, so yeah, like I said, some aberrations. Looks great, by the way. This and ads. So meanwhile, in the Batcave, we see Alfred working on the Batwing, and he and also Bruce is listening to 911 calls. And Batman is doing some deadlifting here. I mean, that looks pretty heavy. I did deadlifting before. I'm not very good at it. It's not that I cannot lift it, but you have to have a certain posture and to pull this off good or correctly. If you do not do it correctly, you can wreck your whole back and your spine and your lower back. So it has some technique to it, and it's pretty heavy if you do not do it correctly. Or it's heavy in general, but like I said, you can wreck your back. He's also, doing, well, it looks like he's doing some pull-ups, but maybe he does some. Yeah, no, he's not doing pull-ups. I'm sorry, I'm deadlifting, but he looks like some deadlifting technique here to a certain degree. No, so he's doing some overhead press from the bottom. Okay, interesting. You need to be real strong. Anyway, so he's listening to all these calls, right? And then also that the husband of the wounded woman that report to 911, and that piques his interest. And also Alfred did some, I believe, original Star Trek humor here. I'm a butler, not a chiropractor, damn it, he says, because he says, hey, Alfred, come over here. But Batman says, no, it's not my back that needs attention. Listen to this call. So he's doing on a repeat. Meaning the original Star Trek has a doctor called Bones, and yeah, it's a joke. Anyway, so he says, ready, fill her up. I'm heading out. So he's talking about the Batmobile. Meanwhile, we have Bullock here, who gets also a call or from this guy here that, hey, we got a report of this female, her husband called. He says, this is 4 women this week. So he's going to the top, try to activate the bat signal, but the Batman, look at his legs, man, he's so buff. I like the older Batman a little bit more, the leaner, sleeker, more agile Batman, the detective, instead of this, bodybuilder Batman. And why? I'm nitpicking now, but look at this ears. It's very small. Why isn't it longer? It doesn't bother me, but it's just I noticed it. Anyway, so another missing woman in the city recently. Jane Doe's runaways, migrants. If the bad god of the night would be so kind to hop off the signal and give the pinched nerve in my neck a break, that'll be great. I like that. All right. So he explains that there are 4 women missing, and Batman says, hey, there is also appears to be a 5th woman. So he says, wait a minute. Did you hear the 911 call? Are you plugged into the Gotham Central Police Department listening to everything coming in and out? Batman doesn't say anything. He said, okay, I have figures. Anyway, but he understands why he does it, right? So he's going to turn off the lights off, but Batman does the Batman thing, and he's gone. Bullock doesn't like that. More ads. So then we go to the Guffin Pine Barrens, where all these women are here getting stored into cryopods, and Mr. Freeze is pleased. So he wants to go through with the operations, but he has to wait till the last group comes back. So he says, hey, it seems you've forgotten to bring the woman in from your vehicle. But these guys are lying about what happened. But Mr. Freeze is, can't see through their lies. Yeah, I hit her with a train. She fell over, hit her head, blood all over. I made a tactical decision that you prefer her undamaged, so we left. So, this is where you made a vital mistake. Uh-oh. Never do my thinking for me. And he's freezing his head and, now he's dead. Certain head injuries are worse than others. Some are traumatic, while others are superficial. All teams go back to the house before she awakens and bring her here without any further damage. He says, he yells. So the perpetrator is going back to this the crime scene, right? So and they see that the woman is still lying on the floor. So they open the door, but then come in, I've been expecting you. So Batman is gonna roughing them up. Leads us to the next issue, right? And look, dude, isn't this cool? Look at this. This series is so good. I mean, the original series, right? I mean, I didn't dislike the remake, but dude, looks great. So yeah, it leads to this one. So like I said, this story contains 7 issues. So we're gonna do all of them. And guys, I hope you like the video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. All the YouTube jazz would help me a lot. Also gonna pin the link of my campaign of Gemini Crusaders, the Atomic Conductor Volume 1, gonna launch on Kickstarter pretty soon. Check it out, sign up, and we're gonna go live soon. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I see you next time. Bye bye.